Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co host, Brian.
What's going on, everybody?
We're back to talk Surviving Barstool. This is season 3, episode 7, the penultimate episode. Make sure you liked and subscribed here and on TikTok. We will be here tomorrow night. A busy reality Wednesday night for us, Brian. The finale of The Amazing Race 35. We also have the finale, obviously, of Surviving Barstool. We also have coverage of The Amazing Race. I know I said Amazing Race finale. Survivor also tomorrow. Survivor 45, along with all of our other shows that we cover. So make sure you're subscribed. Episode 7, Brian. I
Eight,
really liked it. I
eight.
mean, I say it every episode. I really liked it. Very interesting to see now a lot of talking about resume building, which is funny for a show where most of the guys don't watch reality TV and have no idea what that even means.
Yeah. This is where it's gonna get interesting, where how they're gonna handle these, because there's no really like heavy hitters in there. Like if Tommy was in there, I think he would walk, but for at least a good jury speech. I'm interested to see how the jury goes.
There
Big
was
time.
an interesting dynamic too with when I was kind of talking to you pre-show, and Che brought it up. Look, Che objectively goofed the last episode. He should have voted for PFT, blah 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 blah, all of that stuff. Right? His explanations make no sense. You watched Barstool Radio today, still really didn't make any sense. He just kind of convinced himself that he was going to get screwed and made a move. This jury is going to be such an interesting dynamic because you have guys like Dave, guys like Kirk, now KFC even, who are going to feel like they were done dirty by certain people. Che is definitely going to, people are going to think he did them dirty. Jerry from earlier in the season. And now even possibly Will Compton with the move that he made to get out KFC. Like people who were like a KFC was probably would have definitely voted for Will if he had gone out in different circumstances. Now, zero shot that he's voting for Will. It's just going to be, like I said, I've seen that jury and even some of the stuff in present day where they're talking like uh Rico hates Che now. It seems like some of them hate Jerry. Dave hates Jerry now, right? And like this is months ago they filmed this, and it's still like percolating in the office. So I'm very curious to see when there's a fresh wound, the words, because we're going to get a lot of hurt feelings in this jury tomorrow night.
Yeah. Do you think it could be an act?
No, I think they're dead
Uh,
serious. I think Dave will always play into it, but I think he genuinely is mad at Jerry. I know Kirk Minahan, he's a frigging maniac. Like he is definitely mad at Stephen Che. Now he'll get over it. I'm sure all of them will get over him eventually, but I do currently think, and especially at the time, do think they were real beef.
and I wonder if Tommy, when they do the jury selection, will be like, "Look, guys, like I know you hate people, but we got to come to a conclusion at some point." I'm interested to see how it goes. I don't know. Hopefully, Tommy has a little bit of like, "Hey, I know you hate people, but try to vote a little bit towards like maybe he made a good move."
Yeah, I think Tommy could be very pro KFC. KFC has been someone who's like, you should get Tommy out. Like, it's a smart move. And Tommy's always admitted it would be smart to have got him
Right.
out as early as possible. And they got him out. I don't, besides doing Dave dirty, though, I mean, Jerry really hasn't been that bad. I mean, I feel like Jerry's played it pretty straightforward. Everyone knows that he's got kind of brought along early because people want him to win. He's one of the people financially who could gain from this, right? But I just now like I cannot read this jury. I really can't. And that's something which is really cool about this show is that like we're not these aren't Survivor fans, right? These aren't Survivor super fans in the jury. You and I can kind of like predict where we think certain things are going based upon old seasons. You can't do that with this season. You really can't.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's been done dirty personally. Like no one's really actually lied to someone's face and then like crushed them.
I think Jerry lied to Dave technically, and yeah, I
But it
don't.
wasn't that bad. It wasn't like that bad of a lie.
Dave just Dave didn't like
Yeah.
going out that early.
Yeah,
That's
he's
all it
yeah, I
comes
think
down
he's
to.
yucking it up a little bit.
He always that's part of the shtick, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of
Which
the
is
chaos
fine. I mean,
culture.
I'm fine with that. It makes better TV and better whatever streamer TV. But yeah, I'm very interested to see like if it's just a little bit of an act. I mean, I can see what you're saying where like people are going to take it personally, but even if it's just like 15% an act, it's kind of where I'm leaning.
Yeah, I mean, there's an element. It's the wrestling element where you kind of turn yourself up to 11, and that's your
Yeah,
wrestling character basically, and
right.
that's what a lot of them do in this. But I do genuinely believe the guys left there, like the decision for Will to go against KFC was not a resume building move. That was a personal move. He didn't want to do Jerry. He just felt bad, right? Like Che's moves, none of them were like he hated. Like it was, I'm just playing a game, man. Like, and he said though, and I genuinely believe Che was worried about like his job status after this. Like he's like, this is blurring into like my is this hampering my career development? Like the guys are in charge of content. I've had to screw like half of them over already, and so like, are they going to just not want to throw me a bone? And it would be a real shame. I don't think that's going to happen in anyone's real
No,
job. I think they'll just maybe now have like a new enemy, and that's like a content thing. But well, I don't know. Let us know in the comments. Let us know what you guys think. Overall, Brian, anything else about this episode that you want to comment on before we get into the finale tomorrow night?
I would just say that like Steven is definitely less robotic as
Mhm.
last season.
Yeah.
Like he's actually like thinking about like oh like a little bit of emotion. I feel like he was like no emotions whatsoever in season two.
Yeah, he was playing the robot up for sure. Um, I think it just comes down to like, I,
I just think
for
there's
people's
bigger fish in the game, like you said. I think like the people in that season he was in, it's kind of like they weren't really heavy hitter. Like
he doesn't care what happens to Dana Beers or like Donnie, like any of those guys. They're kind of goofballs anyway. Like you're not, that they're not going to worry about it. But like you
yeah,
have
when you
like
got
again, I'll
big
mention
big
you have
guns,
Dave, you got Kirk, you got these guys that you're like, damn, these guys are higher up than me in this company, and they're just known to be dickheads, right? So
yeah,
like it's like maybe a guy like that, and I get it, man. Like even if you know your job isn't in danger, like if your day to day is now a little bit shittier because you were just on this game show with him, he literally said, he's like, I wish I didn't do this season. It's like I wish I didn't do it. Like
yeah,
I think they're gonna force him back to do it. If they do 20 people next year, there's no way that they don't Stephen Shea doesn't like they're gonna make him be on it. Like
yeah. And honestly, like I don't think they should do a draft next season. They should like if people have beef, put them like they need to be put on the tribe
they
together.
need to you want them to artificially just pick the tribes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I do.
that's fun.
For people that don't like each other, and then like obviously they need to probably get like 6 to 7 women on the show, maybe 8, to like even it up, even pull some people from season 1 and 2. But I think that's probably like for better drama, like fix the tribes a little bit for people that have a little bit of beef.
I agree. I think you could do like a maybe you do like heroes versus villains, or you do like New York versus Chicago, right? Like if you
Yeah,
can get 10 and 10 and have that would be kind of cool as well. I'm all for it. Like I said, they'll definitely do it. I haven't checked that they've updated the numbers. Like I said on yesterday's review, it was over 120,000 bought at 9.99. So definitely decent enough of the money had to have been recouped. And again, if I'm them, look, I'm sorry, we paid for it. We don't really care. Put it on YouTube. Put it on YouTube when it's done. Don't just put it on your website. Put it on YouTube. Who cares? Edit it down. It's free. Your people will don't have to pay for an edited down version. Whatever. Like this show is great, but it ain't like the Mona Lisa. Like you're not protecting like the rights of all film and TV by like fighting this fight, Dave. Like it's okay. Like put it
uh,
on YouTube. The
yeah.
people are.
What I'm besides that one episode, maybe like what since then it's been bad.
That's what I was saying. I don't think there's been anything since that has leveled up to Kirk literally undressing a producer.
Yeah, I
Like
don't think anything else. Like I think it's
there's
been
been nothing. There's been no cursing. There's been you're a liar or like, but there's been nothing. It's just that's where like these people who like end up watching it later will have some credence to be able to like, are you sure this wasn't planned? Now I know I really 1,000,000% believe it wasn't, but like then you're saying like, well, if you think this was because they were saying like, if you think these episodes were bad, wait till you see what's coming next. And it's like the rest of the show is basically just like a reality show, which was fine. But like,
right.
you know,
Yeah, I haven't seen anything that's to me that's out of bounds. Like for getting flagged wise, as somebody for 2 people that actually have to look out for things that are flagged, I didn't see anything that should be flagged.
no, you're right. I agree. I didn't. Nothing there made me gasp. Nothing there made me like, ooh, can't believe they said that.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah. So we'll be back tomorrow night. It is looks like it is like a combination, Brian, of like the final challenge, and then it's going to go live for the vote reveal and the winner reveal. I don't know if they're going to do any form of. I think they are going to do a reunion. They said like it's going to be part of the finale. Like they'll just do the questions and
yeah.
stuff like that. So really interested to see now that all the spoilers will be out and they can speak freely where everyone stands right now. I'm really excited to see the winner. And like I said, great show, but ready for this one to be done as well. A lot of finales here in December. A lot of great reality TV coming in the new year. We know that we have Vanderpump Rules very end of January. We know we have new Love is Blind on Valentine's Day. We have new Survivor in February. We have a new Bachelor in January, and we have Love Island All Stars coming in January as well. So as we close one chapter, we open a new year with a lot of our favorite bangers, some heavy hitters, Love Island and Vanderpump in January. Like those are some heavyweight, and then Love is Blind in February. Like those are three of our top five shows for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So really looking forward to
Yep.
it. Make sure you subscribe to the TikTok. I get the news out there. Brian gets the reviews and everything else in between. But for myself, Brian, everyone here at The Reality, guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace.